Alright, welcome back there, guys. Get this propped up a little bit, but we are back on this extremely windy day, and I don't know if it's coming out here in the GoPro, but these trees are blowing around. I think we're at 25 mile an hour winds right now. It's whipping pretty good out here. So but anyway, I wanted to shoot part 2 of my likes and dislikes, and I'm going to combine this one with my mods. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because all of the mods that I've really done to this bike thus far have to do with either safety or comfort. And so I figure if we're talking about likes and dislikes for a bike, this might be something you guys might find interesting to kind of see some of the things that I've done so far to make it safer and more comfortable. And there are honestly a few of the things I don't really get the design on the motorcycle. So basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to split this up, and this part obviously I'm coming to you from the bike, but and the next part of this I'm going to be doing a walk around, kind of talking about some of the mods and how difficult they were to install, and you know, talking about why I did what I did. So that's going to be kind of part 2 of that, and trying out a new camera mounting angle here. Got some feedback in the last video that was kind of off center a little bit, and so I got some different mounts and stuff, and I've got it mounted in a different place now, and I'm hoping this comes out good in the video here. So we'll see how this one goes. Definitely throw some feedback below, and let me know if this camera mounting angle is better or worse than my last. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to do a little bit of riding around here, but it'll be like light speed time. You guys will bounce right back in, and we'll be doing a walk around here soon. So I'll talk to you guys in a few. Alright, so welcome back there, guys. Man, we got some storms and stuff coming in. Hopefully you can get this all done before it gets too bad out here. But there she is. That's how she looks at the moment. So I've already kind of talked about the motor, I've talked about the ride, I've talked about some of the electronics. Now I'm going to talk about a couple of the mods that I did on it, at least initially within the first probably 2 weeks of owning it, to make it a little bit more comfortable and a little more safe. So the first thing here is going to be these heat shields. They come standard on the Ultra, the Road Glide Ultra. They really should just come standard on any of the Harleys. It makes a huge difference as far as heat goes on the motorcycle, and money well spent, but I think that's probably something that should just be included in all their touring models to make a huge difference. What I found was the back of my thigh in this area here got real hot, and there's some way to cool down the motor, and that's maybe at a later date. We'll talk about performance, but honestly I just think they should come out of the factory with those things already on them. Makes an incredible difference. The other major thing that it took me a while to kind of figure out is the rear light setup. Now, out of the factory it comes with the 2 red bulbs there. So you just have these 2 bulbs, and then you've got like these that light up kind of at night. Now, even on the way home from the dealership, my wife was having an incredibly hard time seeing when I hit the brake lights or when I hit the turn signals or any of that. So I set out to kind of figure out how to get more light on the back of the bike and make myself more noticeable. For me, it's a safety thing. You know, if people can't see you brake and they can't see your turn signals, then they're more likely to hit you. So for me, that was more pressing than working on the performance and all that kind of stuff, to make sure that I was at least safe with people seeing me in the daytime and even at night. Now, I didn't want to sacrifice the look though, and I know why Harley did what they did, and they removed the rear brake light there, is to clean up the back end of the bike, make it more low and slung, and make it more, you know, more attractive. But at the same point, I think that it kind of cost some safety. So what I did was, I got the LED lighting kit. Now there's two companies that make it, Kiriakin as well as Custom Dynamics. These happen to be the Kiriakin ones. I like the ring around the outside and the way they did the blinking function. That was really nice. So it just looked better to me than the Custom Dynamics, but there may not be anything wrong with that set. So that helped make just the rear tail lights a little brighter than the standard bulbs that come in there. Even in the daytime, it makes it a little easier to see. The second thing that I did is I got these Harley rear bag lights here that kind of just, it's a plug and play system. It takes a little bit to install it, but at night and even during the day, like having those two lights on the bags there, I think still looks clean. And it looks really sharp with the triangle of the lights at the top of the bag and at the bottom of the fender there with the two lights in between. And that made an incredible difference from people being able to see. Now, these do turn signals and brakes. So it's a plug and play system from Harley. Probably took me about 45 minutes, taking my time, making sure I got everything lined up, because this is just on here with adhesive tape on the bag, so you have to clean it up with alcohol first. Make sure you get the right lines on them, and I think they look really good from the factory. And then you've got to, or from Harley, and then you've got to kind of install stuff underneath the seat there and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth the investment. I think they're right around $230 or so, $240. Don't quote me on that, but it seems like something that should be figured out at the dealer. But I personally, I like the look of that. I think it still looks really clean, and so it really makes the bike a heck of a lot safer. The next thing I did was get rid of the huge antenna that comes with it. I just got a stubby one that's in there. I really don't use the antenna, so you know, there's from people that were complaining about not being able to get radio stations and stuff. If I want music through my bike, I'm just going to plug in my phone anyway. So I've considered getting the elimination kit altogether, but just for now, that was like $5 or $10 or something on eBay. I bought that to put it in there so that I got rid of that long, huge antenna that sticks off the back of them. The next thing that I did was the backrest, and I kind of talked about that in my last video there. I can't believe I ever rode without it. Once you ride with one of these things, you are going to be hooked for life. And so the only dislike that I have about the Kiriakin one for Harley is that it doesn't fold down. So you've got to adjust how you typically get on the bike. The Harley one that they sell, I think, is about $50 more overall, but it does fold down, and I think that would be worth it for me as well. So my suggestion, get the Harley one. At least it folds down, makes a heck of a lot simpler there. So the last thing that I've done so far is the Clockworks 14-inch Sport flare windshield. And I think it looks really good on there. Now, the one that comes on the bike from Harley is very, very attractive. It really does make the bike look really mean, and I really love the look of it. But frankly, it just wasn't useful. It put the wind like right in your helmet, kind of neck and helmet area. I got a little bit of buffeting. It wasn't terrible depending on what I did with the vent system that they have in there. So it really wasn't the buffeting that was the problem, but it just put the wind like right on your face. And so it wasn't necessarily comfortable. Now they say you get, because of these flares here, they say you get about 30% more down pressure on it. And I have to say, guys, that, I mean, it's $240 for the windshield, but it's money well spent. It is incredibly comfortable to sit in that pocket that windscreen makes for you. Even on windy days, it's incredible. And I'll kind of give you a front profile here. I apologize, she's kind of dirty right now, but it does look not quite as sleek from the front. It kind of looks like a flare thing there, but overall it's definitely worth the comfort that you get from it. So and I think from the side it still looks pretty attractive too. So as I said in my last video, I've got the stage 1 air cleaner to eliminate the back plate and get some more air in the intake. I just haven't figured out what I wanted to do with the fuel controller and the exhaust. So at this point, I'm just leaving it stock. I'm just kind of leaving it as is. I will be getting the 4-point docking hardware to put a backrest on there. But my wife doesn't ride with me that often, and so it's not huge. I'd be getting the 4-point docking kit to put a bag on the back, or a travel bag on the back, with one of those flat racks, in case I wanted to take any longer trips and stuff on it. But for now, that's probably the next thing I'll do. And then I'm still trying to figure out the whole performance thing, so I've kind of put that off to the side for now. I don't know if I'll get to that this year or not. More pressing to me, as I've gotten some feedback from you guys, is the suspension. And it's an adjustable suspension from Harley that comes on it. But I think I will be going with the progressive 944 shocks on the back here. And it's pretty simple to install, but I may shoot a video. I guess drop a comment below and let me know whether or not you'd like to see a video on installing those. They seem pretty straightforward, but I could shoot a video if enough of you guys really want to see it. So yeah, there she is. That's kind of what I've done so far. A few of the things that I think Harley could have done differently would be the rear tail lights and the heat shields, but overall I'm still loving the bike. It's just, every time I get on it, it's just an incredible feeling. I think it looks really, really sharp. So yeah, I guess throw some comments below. Let me know what else you guys might want to see on this, and all my social media links are down there too, so you guys can follow me on Facebook. I've got a page there, and Twitter. And yeah, until next time, guys, ride safe. Peace.